you ever notice how everyone in America says they're doing fine, but they're all one broken transmission away from a complete financial meltdown? Let me show you something that's going to make you uncomfortable. There's this thing happening right now that nobody talks about. Walk into any Target parking lot in suburbia and count the cars. Now count how many of those cars are actually owned by the people driving them. I'm not talking about the lease versus buy debate. I'm talking about something way more broken than that. The average monthly car payment in the United States right now is around $530. Not $400, not $350, $530. Every single month for 6 years. Some people are signing 7-year loans now, 7 years, on a depreciating asset that'll need major repairs by year 4. Let me do the math for you real quick, because this is where it gets disgusting. $530 times 12 months times 6 years. That's $38,000. But here's the thing nobody tells you. The car you're paying that much for, it's worth maybe $32,000 new. So you're already underwater the second you drive off the lot because of the interest rate. But it gets worse. Way worse. See, that $530 a month isn't the real cost. You've got full coverage insurance because the bank requires it. That's another $150 to $200 a month depending on your age and driving record. Then there's gas, maintenance, oil changes, tires, registration fees, and if you're leasing, you're paying for miles you can't use and damage fees for normal wear and tear that the dealer calls excessive. Add it all up and you're looking at somewhere between $800 and $1,000 a month just to have a car in your driveway. $12,000 a year. And that's if nothing goes wrong. One blown transmission, one accident where your deductible is $1,000, you're done. Now here's the question nobody asks. What are you getting for that $12,000 a year? The ability to drive to a job that probably doesn't pay you enough to justify spending $12,000 a year on a car. You're buying freedom and calling it a payment plan. But freedom doesn't come with a lien holder. And this isn't about being responsible or irresponsible. This is about a system that convinced an entire country that a monthly payment is just a fact of life. That it's normal. That everyone does it, so you do it too. I want you to think about something. If you didn't have a car payment, where would that $530 go? Would it go into an emergency fund? Would it pay off credit card debt? Would it buy you one less panic attack when your check engine light comes on? But we don't think like that in America. We think in monthly payments, not total cost, not opportunity cost. Just, can I afford the monthly payment? And the answer is always almost no, but we do it anyway. Here's what's really happening. The car isn't the product. You are. The dealership makes money on the financing. The bank makes money on the interest. The insurance company makes money on the premiums. And you make the payment every month for 6 or 7 years. And then you do it again, because by the time you're done paying off the first car, it's old and you need a new one. It's a subscription model for your entire life. Except you can't cancel it without destroying your credit score and losing the thing you've been paying for. You're locked in, and everyone around you is locked in too, so it feels normal. But here's the part that should actually scare you. That car payment isn't just costing you money now. It's costing you your future. Because every dollar that goes to a car payment is a dollar that doesn't go into an investment account, a dollar that doesn't compound, a dollar that doesn't work for you while you sleep. Let me show you what I mean. Take that same $530 a month, and instead of giving it to a car loan, you put it into an index fund averaging 7% annual returns. Nothing fancy, just basic investing. After 6 years, you'd have around $45,000, not $38,000 in payments with nothing to show for it. $45,000 in an account that you actually own. But nobody tells you that math, because if they did, you wouldn't buy the car. And if you didn't buy the car, the whole system breaks down. So instead, they show you the shiny thing in the showroom. They let you test drive it. They make you feel like you deserve it, like you've earned it. And then they hit you with the monthly payment. And suddenly it doesn't seem that bad, it's just $500. You spend that on groceries, you spend that going out to eat. What's another 500? And that's how they get you, because it's never just the car. Once you have the car, a payment, you need to protect the car, so you're paying for premium insurance. You're paying for the extended warranty that the finance guy swore you needed. You're parking far away from other cars so nobody dings your door. You're washing it every weekend. You're treating this depreciating liability like it's an investment. And then the lifestyle creep starts. You've got a nice car now. You can't pull up to places in a nice car wearing old clothes. So you upgrade the wardrobe. You start going to nicer restaurants because you feel like you should be living at the level your car suggests. You move into a better apartment or a bigger house because your car doesn't match your neighborhood anymore. The car payment becomes the anchor that drags everything else up with it, and suddenly you're making $60,000 a year, but living like you make 80, except you don't make 80, so the credit cards come out, and those have monthly payments too. This is the trap, and it's not just cars. It's everything in America. We've turned every single purchase into a monthly payment. Phones, furniture, appliances, laptops, even clothes now with buy now, pay later apps. Everything is a subscription. Everything is financed. Nothing is actually owned. You want to know why people feel broke all the time even though they have jobs and paychecks? This is why. Because their entire income is pre-allocated to monthly payments before they even see it. The paycheck comes in on Friday and it's already gone by Saturday. Rent, car, insurance, phone, internet, streaming services, gym membership, student loans, credit card minimums. There's nothing left, no margin, no buffer, no room to breathe, just the treadmill. And if you miss one payment, the whole thing collapses. Your credit score drops, your interest rates go up, your insurance premiums increase, and now you're paying even more for the same stuff just because you couldn't make one payment on time. The system punishes you for being broke by making you more broke. That's not a bug, that's the feature. And here's the thing that really gets me. We all know this. Deep down, everyone knows they're spending too much on the car. Everyone knows the payment is too high. Everyone knows they should have bought something cheaper or used or just kept the old car running a little longer. But we do it anyway, because we're told that's what adults do. That's what successful people do. You get the job, you get the car, you get the house. You get married, you have kids, and you make payments until you die. That's the American dream now. It's not ownership, it's access. It's the appearance of wealth funded by debt. And the crazy part is, we all pretend like it's working, like we're all doing fine, like this is normal. But look around. How many people do you know who could handle a $5,000 emergency without going into debt? How many people do you know who could lose their job and be okay for more than 2 months? How many people do you know who actually own anything outright? Not many, because we don't own things anymore. We make payments on things. And as long as we make the payments, we get to keep pretending like we own them. But miss one payment and you find out real quick who actually owns what. The bank owns your car, the mortgage company owns your house, the credit card company owns your lifestyle, and you own the debt. That's it. That's what you actually own, the obligation to keep paying. Now, here's where this gets really dark, because it's not just about the money, it's about time. Every dollar you owe is an hour of your life you have to trade to pay it back. That car payment? That's not $530. That's 15 hours of work every single month. For 6 years, that's over 1,000 hours of your life spent paying for a car that loses value every single day. And you can't get those hours back. You can't unwork them. They're gone, traded for a depreciating asset that you don't even own yet. And by the time you do own it, it's worth half what you paid, and you need a new one anyway. This is the cycle. This is the machine. And it runs on your time, your energy, your stress, your anxiety about whether you can make the payment this month. Your fear of what happens if you can't, and the worst part, you can't even talk about it. Because if you say, hey, maybe we shouldn't all be spending $12,000 a year on cars we don't own, people look at you like you're crazy, like you're the problem, like you don't understand how the real world works. But I understand exactly how it works. It works by keeping you just comfortable enough that you don't revolt, but just stressed enough that you can't ever stop running. It works by giving you just enough access to make you feel included, but never enough ownership to actually be free. So what do? You see the machine. You understand the game. You realize that the monthly payment isn't normal. It's a trap. And you start asking different questions. Not can I afford the payment, but what does this actually cost me in time and freedom? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's when everything changes.